again, Rebecca here. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are working on a Camp Out Crop Challenge number 9. I showed that I have to have, it's a recipe with 5 different things. So the paper next to it is the fussy cut flowers. I just showed you the ink or mist that I was going to use. These are the thickers that I'm going to use for the multi-word title. 3 or more pattern papers, and there's a sampling of my 3 or 4. Like I said, the flower paper, that 12 by 12 sheet, I'm going to fussy cut out the flowers. I do pull in another sheet of pattern paper. And then enamel dots, or gems, I was going to grab my bin, but it was stuck, so I just pointed to it. Those are the photos that I am going to use, and these are the ribbons that go with my, and that's the sketch that I'm going to use from Sketches in Time. The ribbon was in my kit. This is the Close to My Heart Summer Vibes collection, and I will go ahead and leave a link to my website below. If you'd like to pick this collection up, you can get it all the way till the end of August 2020. And I have had a superb time working with this collection kit over the past 2 months. Here's that other piece of pattern paper that I pull in. So I do need a strip that is going to run on top of those 2 pieces there, like so. And I'm just going to use my fingernail and mark where I need to cut it. And I'm going to think about some weird stuff for a minute, not real sure what I was doing. I am also going to pull in the leftover of that paper, and I'm going to cut a strip of the other side to make the banner pieces. And those are my 4 pieces of pattern paper. Plus I do believe I bring in some other things too. These pictures that I'm going to be using this collection for are just my little puppy dog, and she was hanging outside one day, and let me tell you what, her toys are her life. Ball is life. So what I'm doing here is I'm trying to figure out how big this is, and then I need to make sure that I cut this piece smaller, and then I am going to trim off just a smidge, just so that, because I don't want it to be 12 by 12. I am going to cut it in half though, just to make the banner pieces. Eventually I will make my banner pieces now, and I do the handy dandy method of fold in half, crease, and cut the triangle off. And see, I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh, well, too small. I don't want the pattern paper to peek out from the edge, and I am going to try to make it roughly about the same on each side. So I go ahead and get that little piece right there, and then I just knock it off. It was great time fun. And then I'm just going to write in half. But you won't know because it's going to be underneath all that pattern paper. So I'm going to go ahead and get this stuff adhered down now because I'm following the sketch and I like the placement that I've done. I'm going to grab my T-square ruler just to line this first piece up. And that is supposed to look like a picnic tablecloth. And it does very well, doesn't it? I'm going to get that piece out of the way as well. That is just a zip strip from one of the papers. And I'm using Close to My Heart cardstock. And I'm trying, I need a new T-square ruler. I need a new T-square ruler. I need a new trimmer. I need everything new in my life. So I'm going to go ahead and I do not put adhesive to the edge. I put it in the middle. And I was going to use the T-square ruler, but guess what? It's got perfectly straight lines on it. So I'm going to go ahead and line it up. I like the placement. And we're going to get that sealed down. Now I'm going to bring in the leaf paper, and I'm going to get that stuck. Somewhere. I'm going to stick it somewhere. And then I realize I'm on the wrong side. Or maybe not. I'm trying to line it up with the check pattern behind it, and it is supposed to overhang, and then we're going to get this one on, and this one is not supposed to overhang. I'm almost positive that it fits, yeah, it fits very snugly in there. And I'm going to go ahead and use the top to just make sure. And now we're going to come in with these banner pieces, and they're going to slide right in there. However, I wasted paper, yes, but man, I've been working with this collection for 2 months now. So doing 1 to 2 layouts a week with it, I think we're good. And I'm just going to get that stuck in there. I like the placement of it. I feel like I've used this sketch before in my lifetime, but I'm not 100% sure. I do add some extra adhesive because, as you remember, I did not put that much on there. Now I do know that I'm going to have to cut this one as well. And we're just going to get the adhesive and we're going to get it stuck in there. I do pull this up just enough. Now this one, I don't have everything centered on the page, so I do, that red pattern paper is going to peek through, but I'm okay with that. I am going to get some more adhesive on this side as well. And there is the base of my layout. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my photos. I think. Maybe. Nope. I lied to you. I'm sorry. I do already have these tags cut out, and they are using the tags and tabs die cuts from Close to My Heart. So I just went ahead and pulled in some of the black, and I grabbed some of this yellow ribbon because there's that one strip of yellow that is like screaming, look at me, look at me, look at me, on that striped paper. So I did just want to bring in some more yellow just to another area of the page. And I'm going to go ahead and just trim off that excess. Ribbon and twine is my focus for August 2020, and I have been doing very well at getting ribbon or twine on the majority of my layouts. It might have something to do with using my Big Shot here lately too, and these die cuts, because you can use tags on every layout and they all look different. So I think that's really cool. I'm going to go ahead and get that stuck down and apparently rub the paper a lot. I'm not real sure what I'm doing. So I did go ahead and fussy cut out all those flowers. If you see, I added a circle element there at the bottom. I just fussy cut that and it was imperfect. I also added the watermelon zip strip at the top, and that yellow scallop was also a zip strip, but I went ahead and fussy cut the scallop out. So I did cut this piece of white cardstock down that is going to serve as my journaling spot, and I was going to do it like big, but I'm going to do little, big, little. I was going to do big, little, but I didn't like the placement. So I do like the way these are looking, and I'm going to go ahead and get these adhered down to the page. And I've been doing a lot of cattywampus pictures. They're not straight. I feel like it's a lot easier to not have to try to make them straight. Now this one's straight, but there's a lined paper behind it, right? So it's totally fine. And I'm going to go ahead and get this one stuck down on the page as well. And we're just going to cattywampus it in there. I probably should have stuck it under the photo, but that's okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and stick these fussy cut flowers all around the page. Some of them are going to be adhered flat. Some of them I'm going to use some foam dots and pop up. I cut out a lot of them. Now I'm trying to get it tucked under there. I find myself doing that a lot. I cut the edges out just so that I can get more traction out of, my papers. And usually when I do something like this, I totally forget that there's other embellishments that go with the collections. So, but I really like the way that this page come together. Oh Lord, grammar, English, language hard. So I am just like kind of roughly looking at the placement of all of these. And then I'm like, yeah, that'll work. Love it. I really like the simple, easy layouts. Sorry, I had to take my dog's potty, so here we are. I like clean and simple layouts these days. Kind of look at it, think it looks great. Now I move on. Some of these, like I said, I'm going to pop up on the foam tape. And unfortunately, I do make you watch me do that. I am sorry. I try to cut as much of that out of my videos as possible. But when it's just one or two little bitty ones, I feel like it's okay. So now I'm just trying to get that tucked in there. And I'm like, yeah, I don't like that. So I am going to go ahead and grab my scissors and cut the orange flower off. And I'm going to pop this one up on some fun foam. So like I said, we're just going to go ahead and get these all popped up on the foam, and it's just a couple. So apparently I'm getting super good at getting those stupid release papers off. So like I said, I will leave a link to everything in my description below. There's not a lot more that we're gonna do. We're just gonna keep kind of embellishing with these flowers, and I am gonna cut away in just a bit because I went to go do something, and then when I came back, I had some stuff done. And now I'm gonna go ahead and shake up my Heidi Swapp color shines, and I'm gonna sprinkle this orange down here at the bottom, and I'm just gonna basically sprinkle it all around the flowers in that little trifecta. I do not spill this one like I did my last one. That was the blue debacle of 2020. And I'm going to go ahead and grab the yellow just to put some more pops of yellow because the flowers have yellow in it. And remember that big old strip of yellow that was just screaming, look at me? Well, I covered it up. So I also grabbed some yellow enamel dots, and I stuck them on the black tag, the circle, and up at the top left-hand corner. I went ahead and spelled out my title. I did not have any L's, and I had a whole bunch of these parentheses, and I'm okay with using them as the L's. My title is Ball is Life because she was guarding that ball with her life, and that is pretty much what my journaling is going to be about, how she was really, really excited and loved her new ball. She stole it from her cousin Tugger when he was down for my son's graduation. Yes, apparently when your family comes, they bring their dogs too, people. And Tugger forgot his ball, so B stole his ball. I also use the 3s backwards as my E's. And again, I'm okay with all that. So I think that's it. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Oh, I'm just showing you that I did use everything. There's the flowers, there's the ink mist, there's my multi-word title, there's my enamel dots, and my pattern papers. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Click the subscribe to see more videos from me. I do appreciate everything, and I'll see you guys